Order, this court will come to order. We are here in the matter of United States v. Sean Combs. Mr. Cruz, you've been sworn in. Please take the stand. You may proceed with your questionings.
Thank you, Your Honor. Mr. Cruz, can you please state your full name and occupation for the record?
Thomas Cruz Mapother IV. I'm an actor, producer, and I've been in the entertainment industry for over 4 decades.
Mr. Cruz, you're here today to testify about a series of events involving the defendant, Mr. Sean Combs, also known as P. Diddy. Can you walk us through how your interactions with Mr. Combs began?
Sure. Look, I've known Sean, Mr. Combs, for years peripherally. Hollywood's a small world. We'd cross paths at events, premieres, that kind of thing. He was always, let's say, persistent about inviting me to his parties. These weren't just any parties. You've heard the stories, everybody has. Lavish, exclusive, and frankly questionable. I never went, not once. I've got my own life, my own principles, and I didn't want to be part of that scene.
Can you clarify what you mean by questionable?
I'm not here to gossip. But the rumors about what went down at those parties, drugs, coercion, things I won't repeat here, made me uneasy. I've built my career on discipline, focus, and staying away from anything that smells like trouble. I told him politely but firmly I wasn't interested. That's when things started to get weird.
Objection, Your Honor. Mr. Cruz's testimony is speculative and based on hearsay. He's admitted he never attended these alleged parties.
Sustained. Mr. Cruz, please stick to what you personally experienced or witnessed.
Fair enough. I'll stick to the facts. After I turned down his invitations, repeatedly, Sean started reaching out more aggressively. Phone calls, texts, even showing up at places he knew I'd be. He'd say things like, "You're missing out, Tom. You need to loosen up. Come to my world." I kept saying no, but he wouldn't take it. Then in 2022, things escalated.
Can you describe what you mean by escalated?
It started with my cars. I had 2 vintage cars, a '69 Mustang and a '72 Corvette parked at my LA property. One night, I get a call from my security team. Both cars are on fire, completely torched. Fire department ruled it arson. No proof it was Sean, not then, but I got a text from an unknown number the next day. "Should have come to the party, Tommy." I knew it was him. Who else would it be?
Objection, this is pure conjecture. There's no evidence linking my client to this alleged arson.
Your Honor, we're establishing a pattern of behavior. We'll provide corroborating evidence later.
Overruled. Continue, Mr. Cruz, but please focus on what you know directly.
Okay. After the cars, my projects started falling apart. I was set to produce a film with a major director, someone I'd worked with before. We had financing lined up, a studio ready to greenlight. Then out of nowhere, the deal collapses. Investors pull out, citing concerns. I later found out Sean had been calling around, badmouthing me to key players, saying I was unreliable and difficult. This is a guy who's got connections everywhere: music, film, fashion. He's got pull, and he used it to tank my project.
Did you confront Mr. Combs about these incidents?
You bet I did. I called him up, told him to back off. He laughed and said, "You think you're untouchable, Cruz, you're not. Keep dodging my invites and you'll see what happens." That was a threat, plain and simple. I recorded that call. My team has the audio and I'm happy to provide it.
Your Honor, I'd like to see this so-called recording, and I'd like to question the authenticity of any such evidence.
Mr. Agnifilo, you'll have your chance during cross-examination.
Mr. Cruz, can you describe any other incidents that you believe were orchestrated by Mr. Combs?
Yeah. The worst was the break-in at my home in Telluride, Colorado, early 2023. I wasn't there, thank God, but my housekeeper was. She found the place trashed, furniture smashed, windows broken, and a note left on my kitchen counter. It said, "You can't hide from me, Scientology boy." That's a direct jab at my faith, something Sean knew would hit hard. I reported it to the police, but they couldn't pin it on him. No fingerprints, no cameras, but the timing. Right after I'd publicly turned down another one of his invites at a charity gala. Come on.
How did these events impact you personally and professionally, Mr. Cruz?
Look, I've been in this game a long time. I've dealt with critics, tabloids, you name it. But this was different. This was personal. I started looking over my shoulder everywhere I went. My kids, my family, they were scared for me. Professionally, I had to fight twice as hard to keep my projects on track. Every time I'd pitch something new, I'd hear whispers that someone was talking trash behind my back. It cost me millions in lost deals, not to mention the emotional toll. I'm not a guy who backs down, but this made me question who I could trust in this industry.
Thank you, Mr. Cruz. One final question. Why do you believe Mr. Combs targeted you so aggressively?
Because I said no. Sean's used to getting his way. He's built an empire on control over artists, over deals, over people. When I refused to play his game, it was like a personal insult to him. He wanted to prove he could break me, but I'm still here and I'm not backing down.
No further questions, Your Honor.
Mr. Agnifilo, your cross-examination.
Mr. Cruz, you've painted quite a picture here, but let's get to the facts. You admit you never attended any of my clients' parties, correct?
That's right. Never did, never wanted to.
So your entire testimony is based on assumptions. Assumptions about what might have happened at these parties. Assumptions about my client's involvement in your misfortunes. Isn't that true?
Assumptions, no. I'm talking about direct threats, direct actions. The texts, the calls, the note in my house, those aren't assumptions. Those are facts.
Let's talk about those facts. You claim my client sent you a text after your cars were burned. Do you have proof that number belonged to Mr. Combs?
The number was untraceable, but the message should have come to the party, Tommy. That's Sean's style. He's called me Tommy before, trying to get under my skin. You don't need a phone bill to connect the dots.
Connecting dots isn't evidence, Mr. Cruz. And this recording you mentioned, where is it? Have you turned it over to the prosecution?
It's with my legal team. We've provided it to the AUSA. You'll hear it soon enough.
Convenient. Now about this alleged break-in. You say a note referenced your Scientology beliefs. Isn't it possible someone else, maybe a disgruntled fan or a tabloid hound, could have left that note to stir up trouble?
Possible, sure, likely, no. The timing, the wording, the context, it all points to Sean. He's got a history of playing dirty when he doesn't get what he wants. Ask anyone in the industry.
I'm asking you, Mr. Cruz, and so far you've given us a lot of stories but no hard evidence. Let's talk about your career. You've had ups and downs, haven't you? Projects fall through all the time in Hollywood. Isn't it possible your lost deals were just bad luck, not some grand conspiracy by my client?
Bad luck? I've been in this business since I was 18. I know how it works. Projects don't just fall through when you've got signed contracts and committed investors. Someone was pulling strings, and Sean's got the kind of influence to do it. He bragged about it to my face, said he could make or break anyone in this town.
So you're asking this court to believe that my client, a successful businessman and philanthropist, orchestrated a campaign of arson, vandalism, and professional sabotage, all because you didn't go to his parties.
That's exactly what I'm saying. And I'm not the only one he's targeted. I'm just the one who's here telling the truth.
No further questions, Your Honor.
Mr. Cruz, you may step down. We'll take a 15-minute recess before the next witness.
Your Honor, we'd like to call our next witness, Miss Alina Rodriguez, a former event planner who worked with Mr. Combs.
Proceed.
I worked for Mr. Combs from 2020 to 2023, organizing his events, including the parties Mr. Cruz mentioned.
Miss Rodriguez, can you confirm Mr. Cruz's account of being pressured to attend these events?
Yes, I was often asked to send invitations to high-profile guests, including Mr. Cruz. Mr. Combs was particular about wanting him there. He'd get frustrated when Mr. Cruz declined. Once I overheard him say, "If Tom thinks he's too good for me, I'll show him what's up."
Sustained. Miss Rodriguez, please stick to what you directly observed or were instructed to do.
Okay. I was told to keep inviting Mr. Cruz, even after he made it clear he wasn't coming. Mr. Combs would check the guest lists obsessively. When he saw Mr. Cruz's name wasn't on them, he'd get angry. He'd say things like, "He'll regret this."
Did you ever witness Mr. Combs take any actions against Mr. Cruz?
Not directly, but I heard him on the phone once talking to someone about making things hard for someone who wouldn't play ball. I didn't know it was Mr. Cruz at the time, but after hearing his testimony, it fits.
Miss Rodriguez, you're making a lot of leaps here. You heard a vague conversation and now you're implying my client was targeting Mr. Cruz. Did you ever see my client do anything illegal?
No, I didn't see anything illegal, but I saw how he operated. He didn't like being told no. And when he was upset, people around him scrambled to fix it.
So no evidence, just vibes, no further questions.